Hello, folks. C.W. Johnson Jr. here. I hope you all had a happy new year. I've been having a happy new year so far. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. And I know some people out in the Appalachians, they still celebrate Christmas in January because it took a while for them to catch up with the new calendar, the Julian calendar versus the Georgian calendar. So, I was down with something for a while. I don't know if it was a flu or what. I still managed to make it to work, but after man up, I went to work and did my job. And then I got home and it would be a man out the next morning, or man down the next morning. So that's why you haven't heard from me in a while. I've been busy with work, trying to recover from that. Got a couple of videos I'm working on right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get them up before the end of the month. But for now, I just want to update you on what's been going on, what I've been reading. My New Year's goal for 2019, not a resolution, a goal, because goals you can meet, goals you can make, goals you can keep your eyes on. It is to read a biography of all 46 presidents, although I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to the last three guys we've had in there, because it's going to be really hard to find something that's not biased. So maybe a biography. I want to read a biography of each one, and maybe a book or two about certain incidents in their lives, like those books I did on Theodore Roosevelt, Mornings on Horseback, River of Doubt, Dinner, Guest of Honor. So sort of books like that. Right now I'm listening to Washington by Ron Chernow, A Life. It's abridged. I'm on the first CD. And because it's abridged, I've gotten the actual hard copy, unabridged, to read when I'm done listening to it. Because right now I am reading another book about George Washington, His Excellency George Washington by Joseph E. Ellis. I've listened to some of it on book on tape before, and I'm actually going to read it right now. And he's in the beginning of the French and Indian War right now. A book I've already read this year about George Washington. I don't know if kids' books or children's books are cheating, but this is Phyllis Sings Out Freedom, the story of George Washington, and Phyllis Sweetly by Anne Malay Spana, illustrated by Susan Ketter. So a pretty amazing story about Phyllis. She was a slave, kidnapped from Africa, but she had a good Christian family she was sold into. They freed her. They educated her, and she became an incredible poet, incredible story, incredibly inspirational woman who definitely deserves a movie. Definitely be a good way to introduce your kids to the Revolution and George Washington. Another book about George Washington. I actually want to learn a lot more about George Washington because there hasn't been any major films about him. You know, they have a major film out about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You'd think they would have a lot more biographies and miniseries about George Washington because he is the father of our country, and he had incredible. Whoa, that was loud. And he had incredible character. So about George Washington's character, I'm reading Being George Washington, The Indispensable Man as You've Never Seen Him by Glenn Beck. And no, Glenn Beck is not claiming he's George Washington. And another president we don't hear a lot about is Dwight D. Eisenhower. So I'm reading Bret Baier's 3 Days in January, Dwight D. Eisenhower's Final Mission, and it's involves the Cold War. So I hope you all check these books out, and I'll give you an update. I'll probably do a couple episodes of That Should Be Movie about them. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Happy 2019. God bless America.